Now, this isn't your conventional video. This is more of an observation that I just cannot get out of my head, and I've wanted to do this for quite a while, so hopefully you enjoy and you can digress with me and hopefully agree with me that there is certain rules in cinemas that I think, especially of recently, have been ignored by arrogant arseholes. Now I'm going to rant here, so bear with me. Since the world, especially here in the UK, Boris Johnson's had enough and is bored of everyone moaning at him, so he's let us all go free range like hens, and the cinemas have opened due to, you know, COVID has been easing off and they've let them open. I've been there 2 or 3 times since they've opened back up and are normal again. The one thing I have noticed is that people have really missed being outside, haven't they? Because
they're treating cinemas now like they're treating their living rooms, and I'm frankly bored of it.
And what I find ironic is that we need people to keep the cinemas open, and yet I fucking hate them for the very reasons I'm going to point out in this video. As I said earlier, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. It's not just because of coronavirus, I just think that it's been a long time coming and people have been doing this for a long time, and it's really annoying. This is more like a PSA. I need everyone to watch this video, spread it to the masses so they all fucking listen and stop doing these things. As an example to my plight here, I was in the cinema quite recently, and if you've watched my previous video, it's probably for that film. I was in there recently and there's 2 people in their 60s. Okay, fine, be whatever age you like. But I normally sit nearer the front, so I've got all the legroom in the world, because I'm not sitting near the back because I'm not at school trying to get the back seats on a bus. I'm not a fucking idiot. Sit at the front, I can go to the toilet if I want to, and I've got all the legroom, all you want, people don't bump into you. This particular time, I was in the cinema and those 60-year-olds were on the seat behind me. No, you know, there's not a lot of room. It's probably near that curtain there. Probably a foot, maybe 2. I'm sitting there. You talk through the trailers all you like. Don't really give a shit. That's fine. But when the lights really come down and the screen extends even further, don't then continue to chat for 2.5 hours and every time, say, a place name or a name or anything comes up or an explosion happens, don't sit there at full fucking volume
and go, ooh,
or
Moscow.
I understand you've been stuck inside and you're in your 60s, so you've probably not been out very much due to feeling, you know, iffy or not wanting to do anything. But look, I've got an unlimited card. I love it dearly. I pay for that, and if I see a film or see something twice in a month, I've paid for the ticket, right? These people are in their 60s. Do you really think they're going to have an unlimited card in their 60s? I'll see a lot of films throughout a year. Not in the last year, things haven't been open, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming out this year. Do you really think they're paying the 15, 16 quid a month that costs? No. They have paid full price on a Friday night to go and see a film. 2 people where I live, it will cost you £25 for 2 people, not including snacks. And snacks here also cost about as much as a mortgage. So let's say they bought a drink each, right? Okay, all in all they probably paid about 34 quid to sit in a room. So they've sat for £34, bearing in mind the film I've just watched you can buy online. £34, you've sat there to have a chat behind me for fucking 2.5 hours.
Do you think you could spare us the bullshit for 1 minute?
What is the point in going to a cinema where there's like 25-30 people wanting to watch this film that's just been released, and we love the fact we don't have to sit in our living rooms pausing the cock thing every time you want to go and get a drink? You've got 2 people in their 60s who are being hushed by people at the back, by the way, having a full-on fucking conversation about what's happening on screen, on this fucking giant screen. They're talking about it for 2.5 hours. I was this close to just turning around and going,
shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
But no, I had them behind me for 2 hours with people shushing on, and they're still not getting the point. How blindly fucking arrogant do you have to be to sit there for 2 hours? You may as well just fuck off home and buy it online if you're going to do that, so you can stop wasting my time and be civilised. It's gone dark, and they even tell you on the screen, please respect others, don't talk and turn your phone off. It's not hard. They're not asking you to solve world hunger, are they? They're asking you to sit there for 2 fucking hours and not say a word. But still they didn't. I do not understand this. This to me is just plain fucking rudeness. You don't have to listen to the screen, but it's just pure courtesy to sit there and say nothing. It's not the hardest thing in the world, is it? The cinema is something you do in your free time. You're not getting paid for it. You've paid almost £40 to sit there and do nothing. If you want to pay 30 quid for a chat, go to the fucking pub and buy an overpriced meal and a drink. That is more, apparently, if you want to chat, that is more, use of your time than sitting here ruining my night. And by the way, one of them was kicking their foot out, just swinging it. But by swinging it, they're kicking the back of my chair, and it's a big chairs, but they've got plastic on the back of them, so you can feel every single knock. That is almost like Chinese water torture to me. I don't have a lot, I don't have many rules, but if I'm going to the cinema with a friend, I'm going to ask them, do you talk? No. Okay, do you want popcorn? Fine, but you're splitting the bag halfway so you can get to them without rustling it. So will I ask, no rustling? No, talk to me all you like throughout the commercials and throughout all of the, me and my wife do a little game. So you put thumbs up if you like the trailer, thumbs down, or in the middle if you're not really that bothered. People might find that annoying, but I'm not talking through it. But all I ask is when those bigger lights come down and the whole screen goes black, you just sit there, enjoy it, and maybe just talk about the film after it's finished. I'm in a privileged position where I don't have to pay every time I go in, and I get a little bit of discount on snacks. And if I'm having a bag of Haribo, I'll open that fucker up and put it in the cup holder before anything starts. I don't ask the world of people, but for God's sake,
Fuck off!
there is rules within a cinema. I don't want you to talk for the 2 hours. It's an hour and a half Sandler movie that's about him trying to chat Jennifer Aniston up again. I don't care what it is. As I said, I'm in a position where I don't pay for it. I pay a monthly fee. I pay for effectively you're paying for 2 films a month, and it's paid for. So if I've seen the third one, I'm getting in there for jack all. I'm in that position, but don't pay over the odds, because I love cinema, but it's a lot of money to go and see it nowadays. And off-peak, sort of Saturday, Friday, is about £13 a ticket now. It's not cheap. So then why? And I've had this not just in this situation. I've heard people I sit mainly in the same row every time, but on the same row as me on the other end of the cinema, that's a good 10 feet away, 2 people literally chatting about their day the entire way through. So I'm sitting there with my ear, just holding my finger on my ear, so I can only barely hear them. I don't understand this. Why would you go? I mean, tell me in the comments down below. Are you someone who has a chat or whispers to someone, oh, that was really cool, that was whatever? I've been in films before where everyone's going, wow, or laughing or whatever. Or I've had visceral reactions to things where I've actually, the first time I ever sort of blurted something out was during the Intimidation game with Benedict Cumberbatch. That film for me, I didn't know much about Alan Turing, so when I saw the ending, Imitation Game, by the way, sorry, it really impacted me, and I went, oh wow, when I saw the ending, because I didn't know what happened to Alan Turing, and I wanted to learn about him, but even then I felt a little bit rude. But just don't. I went to go and see In the Heart of the Sea, and there was 2 people next to me and my wife, and the whole time, for 2 hours, she was sitting there shushing them because there were seagulls coming, and then, oh, that means land. Literally as loud as I'm talking to you now. Yes, I know that, and the film will tell me that in 5 minutes when they get caught by people on a boat and send them fucking home. That ruins the films for me. I have never watched In the Heart of the Sea since. I've seen it in shelves in like HMV or stuff like that. I'm never going to buy them because they leave this lasting imprint on my brain. I had to leave the cinema screen 3 times when I went and saw that just to get some quiet space, because the corridors in between people going into the films were quieter than this fucking prick talking about land with his wife and seagulls. Get the fuck out. Genuinely, if I was one of the people working at the cinema screens, I would say, would you please leave? Because it's an embarrassment and it is damn right rude. If you want to waste your money, fine. Then fuck off somewhere where they'll let you talk, because I am bored now of sitting there and saying nothing. Hence, I have done this sort of 10-minute rant of just me airing out my grievance with people talking in cinema screens. What is the point in going if you're just going to talk? Please just shut up. It's not difficult. Guys, if you have an opinion on this, please let me know, because this is genuinely the one thing that puts me off. I'm never going to stop going to the cinema. I love the experience. Yeah, you can watch films a lot now streaming. With the coronavirus pandemic, a lot of theatres are doing that, and a lot of, you know, Universal, Paramount, all these people are doing this now. They're going to put things on HBO and Netflix, and it's the way the world's going to work. But I think the visceral experience of a cinema screen cannot be beaten. And this is being ruined by arrogant fucks who waste their money having a chat, and I really don't like it. If you have an opinion on this, please let me know, because I feel like I've just been evil for, well, at the moment, at the time of my time code is 13 minutes. That's how angry I get about these things. And I don't think I'm the only person out there. I mean, I've got a script for this, but it's been off the entire time. I am really going off the top of my head with this, because I'm so passionate about cinemas really enforcing these rules that if you are not going to listen and you're just going to be disrespectful to people, just leave. It's really not fair for the people who are paying. Yeah, I pay the monthly subscription, but if I wasn't, I'd still be going, and I'm then, you know, the people behind the people I'm talking about at the start of this video had paid at least 2 people each seat. So a lot of people have paid 30 quid to be annoyed by these people who've been waiting. Look, full disclosure, the film was Black Widow, so people have been waiting for a year and a half to see this film. That I'm a big Marvel fan, everyone knows that. So I've been waiting a year and a half, and I sit there and go, brilliant, right. Oh God, I can hear them talking already, and in the back of my head I already know they're just going to be doing it the whole film. And it's so disheartening, and it's so annoying, that I can understand why people just want to stay at home and just watch it there, because at least then it's just you and your missus, or you and your partner, your husband, whoever it might be. Yeah, you can control it there, and it's really ruining the experience of going to the cinema. I'm gonna stick it out, but I just had to say something. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this. Let me know in the comments down below, do people annoy you? Are you just gonna stick to staying at home now? Or now the cinemas are open here in the UK and of course in the US, are you going to just keep going to them like I am? Please let me know in the comments down below. We must talk about this. We must get cinemas to be more hands-on and kick some fucking ass to get people out of the cinema. They won't shut up. This needs to happen, guys. Please let me know what you think. Don't forget, we're still trying to catch fucking Stuckman. Let's get there, boys. Let's go. Until next time, this is your friendly neighbourhood ranting ginger guy saying, Ginge out.